So Orange Man sick.
Bro.
He's
Yeah.
sick.
Is he anymore?
Dude, those videos where he was like, did you see the ones where he was trying to breathe?
Yeah, I saw
Where he's
that.
like on
Yeah.
stage, he's like, he's like on stage. It's like me when
Bro.
I'm trying to fight back like anxiety diarrhea. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's like what that looked like.
Or like when you take too big of a dab and you're trying to act cool.
Yeah.
You're like, okay,
No,
just fucking
everyone else stopped coughing. And then you're like, I still got more cough.
Yeah.
Like, you're like
Yeah.
and then everyone like makes a joke. They're like, hey, take a huge breath in. And you're like,
Yeah.
nope. And,
blown cookie, never coughing like a rookie, dude.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so Trump gets set. Let's go through the timeline. So it was like, I don't know. First off, and I'll get to this later about there were a lot of famous people in the public eye just got COVID like in like a weekend. I'm just saying.
They did the Tom Hanks grift. Yeah, the fucking.
Well, no, they hit the NFL because what are the two things I love? Politics and the NFL. So it's just make everybody get sick. Yeah.
Yeah.
So nonetheless, like it was kind of crazy. But Trump after the debates, like he makes the thing about Biden wearing the huge mask. We played it last episode. Like, oh, it's the biggest mask I've ever seen. It's ridiculous.
Dude, karma fucking sauced him like a bitch, dude.
I know, but still, I think he like, dude. So he gets it, and then he has to go to Walter Reed, right? Walter Weed, shout out Walter Weed, and
Walter White Medical,
Walter White Medical Clinic, and so he had to go there. He had like he had a crazy panel of doctors. My mom was watching CNN, like as she always does. She watches like a 24-hour surveillance of CNN, and he's like, they have these like 5 doctors that look exactly the same. Like they're all the same guy. Like one guy's 6'3", one guy's like 5'11". Those and but they all had the same kind of like blockhead look doctor. And then my mom's just like, and they're all just like, yeah, no, he's doing well. Put him on oxygen initially. You know, he went on oxygen. He's doing well. We just thought that would be a precaution at his age. That's what we did. But he's doing okay. And then my mom's just like, they should lose their medical license. Like it's like the prognosis has to be he's fucked. Like no, Trump's not allowed to receive honest medical advice.
He
is. No, he needs to be lied to.
Yeah. Bro, what the fuck? What a year,
happened?
Dude. I don't know, man. Yeah. Oh, and then all the libs thoughts and praying him, dude. Fucking being like, we wish him well and speedy recovery. Maddow, dude. Come on, dude. That was like a little over the top.
Let me find that tweet, the Rachel Maddow wishing.
Bro, what the fuck, dude? He spent the last like 5 years just like just shitting on the whole thing, and
no, and it's like, okay.
It's like, and how do you expect your audience? Like, what do you expect your audience to think after you're literally calling him like the worst fascist of all time or whatever? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, and then like,
and that's what I mean. It's like, did you think like anybody who really had a fascist dictator was just like, oh, I wish them well. I hate them. I hate what they stand for. I don't hate them. That mentality. So this is Rachel Maddow while Trump's in the hospital. God bless the president and the first lady. If you pray, please pray for the speedy recovery and complete recovery and for everyone infected everywhere.
Yeah.
All lives mattered, Trump. And then and this virus is horrific and merciless. No one would wish its wrath on anyone. We must get it spread under control enough. So like, I don't know. I thought people were going to be jumping off the turnbuckle on Trump, and I was kind of like, I would have cringed at both. I feel like both takes, because like they wouldn't make a good death joke about him,
Yeah.
So
I'm of the camp like let all the old politicians die. I don't give a fuck. It's not like an evil thing. I'm not trying to be edgy or weird. I'm just like, whatever, dude. Like, just let them go. Like, I'm sorry, dude.
To me, I personally would not want Mike Pence to be president.
No. Oh, that's a great point. Yeah, I was just talking about.
I was telling all these people, I'm like, if you want him to die, I get it. I understand the actual act of him dying might bring you joy. Hey, I don't.
Mike Pence, the guy who like later than anyone else created an AIDS epidemic. Like when we had it, like literally just he's like, we're gonna pray this out of existence in Illinois. I don't know what you guys do in LA or California or anything, but we're just gonna pray for these guys.
Exactly. We don't have Hollywood here, so this should be fine. And but Mike Pence, like President Mike Pence is, again, he's psycho enough to like truly fuck shit up. Like, and I'm talking like really fuck shit up. So
oh yeah,
no,
dude.
I wouldn't want him.
He's been waiting in the wing, dude, just ready to. He can't. Trump's alpha shadow is too large for fucking Pence.
Dude, I would love to see the spitballing of ideas where he like, yeah, Mike, what do you got for us? And like, he's like, yeah, we're thinking about doing the kind of one child thing, but for certain communities. About like doing stuff like that, and then Trump's just like, I mean, like that, and he's
dude.
All right, yeah, like you
Who
have to
is that guy, dude?
Yeah, no, he's nuts, man. He's definitely, like I said, he's the same breed of person looks wise as Anderson Cooper and Dr. Drew combined. Like it's like that's like those three guys are like made in the lab together.
But like a Republican.
No, they're all completely different. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Dude.
Like so that's exactly like Dr. Drew and Anderson Cooper are different. And Dr. Drew's the middle of those two guys.
Yeah. You see
what I'm saying?
Totally.
Like, yeah. So but like I don't know.
Dr. Drew had some dumb COVID takes.
That's why he's
so funny.
He's right. Yeah, no, he was like a true denier. People forget that.
Wasn't he? No, he was like someone called into a show and he's like, they call it COVID-19 because there's 19 others of these, right? And he's like, yep, totally. It's like it's named after the year.
Where were you the first 18? Name, you're a fan of COVID-19. Name 18 of its other singles. Yeah, exactly. So he was one of those guys, and he's like the most. I can't say addiction is like a bullshit thing, but like. Doctor, come on, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to him for like real medical advice. I'm sorry. Like,
Gabriel Mate dude slaps. He's the cool one. Yeah, but not fucking
No, I just like cool. You know what I mean? Like,
I will.
Some shit.
I will say, Dr. Drew on the Tom Segura podcast is pretty fucking lit, dude. It's pretty good.
After Dark, I listened to it. Yeah, no, it's good. Yeah, no, he should have been doing that for a long time, but he's like an OG podcaster. Like this is nothing for him.
Yeah,
and so what's anyways, Trump, right? He's in the hospital, and like there's a lot of people. My problem were the people that like, okay, if you wanted him to die, I don't really care. But if you were like, no, he's going to die, I was just like, I'll take all of your money right now if you bet me on that. Like, he's not going to die of COVID. At no point did I think he was going to die of COVID.
No. Yeah. Come on. Like, if someone gave you Russian roulette odds on COVID for his age range, like, what do you think that would be? 1 to 6? It's like 1 to 90. It's like 1 to 90, dude. It's like literally, it's not.
And he's not.
No, not that. Like it's like 1 to 20. Like odds basically, tops. Like probably less than that. 1 to 40, and it's just like those are just the numbers. Like come on, and he's got the best medical team in the fucking like,
and that's why.
Right, dude.
Like that's why. And
did you see his video of like him saluting the Marine One, the chopper? Yeah, it was insane, dude. It's like some crazy propaganda, dude. The fucking
sure.
He's like he steps off the chopper and he like salutes it and it's like beat COVID like back in the White House thing.
Yeah.
Like made a big deal, but and I say like we clown on both sides of the COVID debate, but like doing what he did for COVID and then like trying to like get like sympathy points is like some beta shit. That's like some like backstabber type vibes right there for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
His team I was trying to find it, but his team made this video of like the 49ers had this guy like their rookie like hurdle over a guy. I can't find it right now. Like hurdle over a guy into the end zone. So like his team, like because he's hiring like the meme bros to do his like Team Trump bandwagon, whatever those weird accounts are that are in all caps, like Texas number to fucking whatever Trump accounts. So they made this video and I can't find it because they said Twitter removed it, which is it's fucking beta. Just let the video happen. Yeah. They put Trump's head on Brandon Ayuk, the Niners wide receiver, and he like is going to the goal line. And he just like jumps like 4 foot vert over like this DB, like lands fully into the end zone and everything. But it's the DB is like the big COVID cell thing that they with like all the pods and stuff. That's like going after him, and Trump's just like 4 foot vert over that. I'm just like, fuck, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Why can't dude? Biden doesn't even have shit like that, dude.
I will say if I had to bet on either of them dying from COVID, Biden, dude. He's so frail, dude. He's so
I know.
Yeah, come on.
His last words just Jack. Jack.
Dude, imagine the COVID Alzheimer's haze that you would go through in the like last couple hours, dude.
Chris Cuomo, it would be Chris Cuomo times like 6,000, like the fever dreams that'd be, yeah, exactly.
He's getting like false memories of the Nelson Mandela shit, being like, "Oh, Nelson, buddy, like I'm seeing you at the pearly gates, dude." Yeah, dude.
It's like,
Nelson's like, "Who are you, dude?" Like,
he's like, I was talking about my friend Nelson Mangala, like that I know, some other guy, like, but like just some random guy, or like Biden's
Did you hear,
like a recent memory.
Did you hear what he said about the black chick stocking grocery shelves or some shit?
No, what did he say?
Bro, look that up. Hang on. He said something. He's like, the reason I've been able to hang out during COVID is because black women are stocking grocery shelves. Like, I swear to God.
Where's the lie?
Dude,
got it right here. Damn, these American flag emoji bros, they get the Biden videos up quick.
Oh yeah,
they're fucking, and they smack the Biden video like fucking embed button. Like, it's so funny. Like, look at this guy, Rob Smith. Like,
oh fuck that dude, that guy's weird, man. You know who that guy is?
Why would he be weird? How could you tell? Iraq vet, senior like contributor to Turning Point
dude,
USA. Why is he weird? I can't tell.
No, he's like a gay black MAGA dude, and that's a grift. But yeah, totally.
No,
dude.
Herschel Walker.
Rob Smith is problematic. That's his podcast name, dude.
Fucking
gonna own the libs, dude.
Rob Smith is problematic. This is the Rob Smith problematic podcast,
followed by Barry White.
Dude, yeah. And no, but I love it. It's like, why is he weird? Iraq vet, senior contributor at Turning Point USA. Sick.
Yikes. Dude.
First on TV, advisory board, Trump Pride. That's one of his accolades.
Yeah.
And so he's doing that. You know who also is doing the gay black MAGA grift is Herschel Walker.
Charlemagne.
No, but he was Yang bro, or wasn't he? Or Pete he was Pete Buttigieg. That's what he liked.
I was just making a Charlemagne gay joke, but
it's true. Yeah, the eyeliner goes hard.
Yeah.
But you know who Herschel? You know who Herschel Walker was? Remember?
Yeah.
So his son is like really gay, like gay black MAGA dude, and like he's
going hard.
I'm just saying that if you don't pull up your pants, you don't deserve to be, not harassed by police. Like he's like doing those type of videos. Like, do you want this to be Venezuela? Like, just
dude.
Videos like it's.
What's the whole thing? What do they think of like? When you tell them like, your party like hated you like 30 years ago, you know what I mean?
But
like, what are they?
Being said, do the Democrats?
Yeah, totally.
That's what he's gonna fire back with is like Democrats created slavery.
Great point. Yeah.
I mean, look, we
obviously. No, I don't mean the black thing. I mean the fucking
it's true.
The gay thing. But still, same. Dude, like fucking.
Biden wasn't even fucking with that for a while.
Nah, dude. No. Or HRC.
Exactly. Let's see. Let's get
that mask, dude. Oh my god.
It's.
Geez, the reason I was able to stay sequestered in my home is because some black woman was able to stack the grocery shelf.
Damn, dude. I'm surprised he didn't go black trans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing now.
They were like, whoa, Joe, stop it. Yeah. Back there, Simone Sanders, whoever that is back there. No, it just, hey, the reason that I, a rich politician, was able to stay in my house was because some underpaid black woman was stocking.
This is
like
thank
you for your service.
I'd poll is like stupid already on its face, but the fact that like Biden even misunderstands like the lib version of it and like twists it's so great, dude. It's so fucking funny.
He's like, it's like somebody trying to learn how to use like a sidekick right now, like an old person, like a T-Mobile sidekick. They're like, I don't even get this. Like, the flips open. What does that even do? Like, we have facial recognition. You know what I mean? Like
3 megapixel camera, dude.
Photo bucket. What am I doing?
Oh, dude.
Yeah. He's all gonna post a bulletin real fast. Did you see my bulletin the other day?
Yeah. What's your COVID conspiracy? Do you think all these people really have it? Do you think Trump has it? Do you think it's all like,
dude? So
why did it take this long? I'm just questioning. I'm not. Okay. I don't I believe that he has it. I'm not like denying that.
He for sure did. Yeah.
But
Not
like,
even.
why did it take so long for this to happen? What? And the whole thing of like, I'm not like the biggest lockdown proponent. Obviously, like we're kind of not. And the whole thing, like, if all these mofos like in the White House and government and shit get it with like and I get they're like being like dumb and like spreading and shit, but like I just don't think I don't know. The numbers this will be revealed someday on like how much it actually helped and didn't and everything, but I don't know.
Yeah. No, I so what the weird thing was like, so in the NFL, because I'm like super tapped into the NFL more so politics and stuff. So politics, everybody was getting it. And like the reason I'm not saying I fully expected a lot of politicians to get it because they still meeting with each other, still doing that. But now, you know what I'm saying? Like it was all good all summer. It was, you know what I mean? Like nobody was getting COVID.
That's
like
what I'm saying. Yeah.
Trump didn't change anything in his life, did he? You know what I mean? He's not like he changed his way. But then with football, which was so weird, was I gotta remember if I get this right. So the Titans played the Vikings, I believe, week 3. So then after that game, a couple days after that game, around the time like the normal incubation would be, 12 Tennessee Titans test positive for COVID. So you're thinking, oh, fuck, Minnesota's got to be fucked. Not a single positive on Minnesota. And they played tackle football with each other.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude. It's weird, man. It's weird. It's weird,
I hope
right?
I hope I have that game right. It's one of the two. It was something like that. But
what was the score,
Minnesota, tight one, dude. I had the over and a hit. But and yeah, that's all that matters. I don't know what the score was with the over hit. That's what matters. But no, that's what happened was like, you'd think, okay, 12 guys were possibly playing this football game with COVID in their system. And nobody on that other team got it. So I liked one guy. One guy said, was like, "Damn, the Tennessee coach just lets his players kiss each other or something." What else would happen? Like you're playing a contact sport, you're sweating and stuff like that, like on each other. And
no, it doesn't make sense. I think what it boils down to is the tests are bullshit. I think that's what it boils down to.
I think
because that's the only explanation. Because otherwise we just all have the antibodies, and it's just a lot, man. It's just like, how could you not? I'm just a questioning person. Like, how could you be so fucking lib? Or I guess it's like the left thing now to do.
No, it's not just lib. Yeah,
it's just like, how could you not want to? Like, okay, the people that like quote unquote believe in science but don't have a scientific mind at all are the worst, dude. They're cheerleaders for something they don't even understand. You know what I mean? It's like anyone should question like the BLM protests. Like all of a sudden it's cool that those don't spread COVID or so. You know what I mean? And people like 200 people signed the letter, scientists saying like, oh, it's cool because blah blah blah. It's like, yo, like I get the protest, but like don't like mental gymnastics this shit into like a, like that's not what. It's just dumb, dude. And we'll talk about this with young Latham soon, but the Stanford thing going on, how like there's a huge fucking like battle of ideas going on there, and I don't know. It's just weird how. Yeah, like the NFL brings up so many questions with COVID, right?
Dude,
so
it's
many.
putting it on blast. That's what I love about it. This season there's gonna need to be like a full on like 30 ESPN 30 for 30 on like the NFL COVID.
Talk to me about what's with some of the stadiums allow fans and then some
it's like
don't.
A states' right. It's a states' right thing.
Yeah, Florida was popping off, right? They had
Jerry Jones packed fucking the Dallas stadium. Yeah. So in Texas, who's putting up a fight against that? You know what I mean? In Texas, the Chiefs have like 20%, which I think 20% is dumb. Like, what does that do? You don't hear any of them. Like, that's like nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
Raiders, dude, zero, dude.
And also 0 wins since John Gruden started wearing a mask.
That's kind of tight. I was thinking I had this bit on the Raiders. The Raiders, they don't even care about COVID. They're just like, they're just the bro that bought the new sports car and is like, no, don't bring any fucking shit in my car, dude. Like they don't, they're just like, they don't want to break it in.
Bring a change of shoes. I'm picking you up from work. I need you to bring a pair. I'm bringing you.
Don't ask your blunt in here, dude.
Yeah.
They're like, well, we're cool till next year to have fans.
You work in demolition, bro. Like you are not wearing those shoes in my fucking car.
Yeah.
And it's like not even that sick of a car. You know what I mean?
Dude, we got to go out there, man. We got to hit it.
I know
when we're allowed. Yeah.
Las Vegas, man. But,
yeah.
But Yeah. So, and then the Raiders got fined for doing a charity event where players weren't wearing masks. So a charity for like addiction
Oh yeah.
relief, or the
Yeah.
tight end for the Raiders is like a Pro Bowler now, but he was like literally like high during his first like 3 years on like heroin and like barbiturates and shit. Like he was just like, there's like clips of John Harbaugh for the Ravens going up, Waller, you good? You good? And he's just fucking like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, no, I'm straight, coach. and so he throws these fundraisers out in Vegas now, and they found like Derek Carr, a couple other guys there that without masks. Dude, they got fined like $15,000 a piece. It's like, dude, if you go on players' Instagrams, every player's Instagram in the NFL, they're like at a club without a mask. And this guy throws a charity event. It's because it's for a good cause.
Yeah, he gets fined. Yeah.
Fuck up, dude. And then somebody was like, hey, where does the fine money go for the NFL?
Yeah.
They're like, where does it go? Like, does it go to anything good or anything? They're just like, well, by law, we don't have to tell you. And
yeah. Oh god.
I know. And then somebody was like, why doesn't it just go to Waller's charity? Like, you know what I mean? Like, just I'm sure the players would just do it. You know?
Yeah, yeah, dude. Yeah.
They're like, no, then it's not a punishment.
Oh my god, man.
Yeah, dude. It's nuts. It's weird because now, like, look, another qualifier. I hate doing this, but like we like the masks.
Yeah.
We like the masks, but
we have to do qualifiers until we have an audience. I feel like a huge audience,
and especially lately, man. We've been getting some new listeners, like people. Hey, it's the first episode, really cool. So yeah, I don't want people to think I am some like fucking MAGA chud. So the anyway,
mask, like, it's fucking dumb to think that masks don't work. Like they wouldn't spread the now there is like a nuance of like
how much does it work?
And
which is true, because like at the end of the day, like no, you're not wearing a fucking hazmat suit like to wear, you're not doing that. But what I found was interesting now is just masks have become like a culture war. You know what I mean? Like it's it's not even
take, bro.
Yeah, but you know what exactly. You know what I mean? Where to the point where like okay, I had a guy at my work, right? So we're a contractor that goes out and helps construction companies. Yeah. And so like he's out there and he's doing like traffic, like flagging out there. So he's far away. Like you got to be far away from like the work zone. So you're isolated. He's not wearing a mask. He's like, I literally have no one next to me. Yeah. And this lady comes out of an office building. Just starts doing that beeline, dude. You know, like dude, like 7-year-old white woman beeline, just
hella quick and
just Terminator 2. Yeah. And then and she starts walking over with no mask on, by the way. Comes up and she goes, "You need to be wearing a mask." Like that, going crazy. She breaks social distancing, starts talking to him. Like she's breaking all the rules. And then he's just like, "I'm by myself." And they just kicked him off the job because it's a bad look.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude.
They're just like, now I have to kick him off the job because like we'll never win that battle. That's what I mean by the culture war. It's not so much like it means you're this. It's more so that now like the mask, even when scientifically no one's at risk when you're 50 feet away from somebody, like you're not gonna be. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like science doesn't matter.
No, dude.
At that point,
it's a. I'm not saying it's everyone in this group. I'm not pulling the Karen card, but it's like a 45 age plus female type that is like scolding the for sure, dude. It's like
there's guys that want to say stuff, but even they're like, I can't.
I got scolded. I got scolded I was at the local, like the college around here as like a nature preserve. I was like walking around it with a friend, and we didn't see it till like too late, but there's little arrows and like the direction you can walk around the lake and shit.
What,
and
the lake?
That's like the nature.
What are they made out of rocks?
Dude.
The arrows?
No, there was like posters and shit, but they were hella tiny.
I thought they were like rocks on the ground.
No,
like take a rod out of like 7 rocks, make an arrow.
But same thing, like hella feet away, there was like a group of ladies, like no mask, and they're like, hey, like, just to let you know, there's, we're walking this way around. I'm like, or we're like, oh, okay, totally, we did. And like, as we're walking away, it's like, because there were signs, you like could have seen it. And I'm like, and I was just like, yo, what the?
Yeah, that could have just been a normal conversation that ended with him thinking that in his head.
No, he has to be like a little.
Excuse me, sir.
Has to be a little one-up.
Letting you know, did you see the sign? Yeah,
it's the rules, dude. People love the rules, dude. They love pleasing the teacher. They love the fucking
teacher's pet.
And then on the other end of the spectrum, people are just want to break the rules because they want to be cool and dumb, But it's like literally like just don't do
Just
either.
I've never understood the liberty part of the mask, like the mask itself. It's like, that's not a that's like, come on, you know what I mean?
Well, if you lean that direction, and I think we lean more libertarian than authoritarian. Not that we're not libertarians or whatever.
Like that, yeah. No, I am. See the neck.
If
beard.
you, yeah.
But yeah,
if you lean that way, and you see all this fucking liberal shit that's been going on over the last 4 or 5 months, you would fucking hate that shit too. Like I'm saying, like some people just get so irked by it. You know what I mean?
I know why they do it. Yeah, I know why they do it. But for me, it's just like, I don't know, man. You know what I mean? Like, just come on. Like, what? Not every battle needs to be fought. Not, just things like that. And yeah, like, because that's how we are at my work. We only have to be in closed spots for like a little bit of time. So I'm like, dude, you're walking in there for like 5 minutes. It's like you can't. You can't put it on. And they'll, like,
the social contract is good, but I do think there is a precedent that people are setting. I think that's what that's what like ethical skeptic would say. It's like the precedent. Like, are we going to do this for everything now? Type of thing. And it's interesting.
Well, I mean, in theory, I don't even hate the masks for like if you're sick and you're like gonna go to work because you don't have sick time. You know what I mean? Because you don't have that. Like, I don't hate that. I honestly don't. Like it's like,
and I like that wearing a mask is acceptable. I just want to rock a mask like when I don't want people to know what I look like or anything. If I'm just trying to mob and be private in public and shit. That's a vibe, dude.
And then people be a weirdo.
Yeah. You know what I hate is because like I wear the mask, but also like I don't give a fuck. Like I got COVID, beat it. I think I do think it's overblown. It is overblown based on the numbers. Like it just is. And even though that's a whole thing. What I hate is when I'm wearing a mask and I walk past someone who isn't, and we make eye contact and they look all ashamed and like bitter at me. I'm like, I'm cool, dude. I'm not like one of those,
expecting you. Did you see the sign? Did you see the sign? They're expecting you to do that. No, I've been there. Yeah. I've been on both sides of that coin before. Yeah.
We need like a color system of masks, dude. I wear one, but I don't give a fuck and I'm cool. Like that's what I want. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. Yeah. Like I said, but then, like there was like that one guy at my work. I thought that was funny, making the like this mask is bullshit mask. Like that was cool.
Yeah,
like, hey, you're still wearing it. That's fine. You know what I mean? You're just gonna get an eye roll from a couple people. That's about it. That's all you're really trying to do.
Did you see the South Park special?
I didn't see it yet. I want to.
It's pretty good, man. It's long.
Why wouldn't it be? Why wouldn't it be?
Dude, it's Randy is featured heavily in it. Dude, it's good. Yeah.
I'm in.
Yeah. But they go into the masks. They go into the it's good shit.
But Trump. So here's the thing with back to Trump with this. Yeah. The minute he got it, in my head, I was thinking, okay, it's got to be really bad or else he's going to go off. If he gets like the most mild case ever and crushes it, the country's open. Like the executive order country's like open tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like where he's like, this is bullshit. I'm 74 years old.
Yeah.
Hams up his own back. I'm actually in terrible health and I beat it.
Yeah.
Like, instead of like the opposite way. So I really thought he would have just been like, dude, you're all fucked.
So you think it was a bad case?
I think it kicked his ass. Like when I say kicked its ass, like how you got really sick.
Yeah, like a bad
you're just like, fuck, this one's fucking with me. It's not going away. And he's old. You know what I mean?
He's old and fucking unhealthy as fuck, dude.
Right. So I did, like, you could say I think I believe some of those videos where he's like fucking trying to breathe a little bit. Like he's just like, fuck, dude. I don't know if I should be out of the hospital right now, but okay. Like, so I don't know. I think it did. I just don't think he wasn't like, I don't know. He was still doing videos though, man.
Yep. He's signing the blank page. You see that shit? The blank page.
That was a good one. And then
back-to-back plates, dude.
A couple of those look like deep fakes. I won't lie.
Yeah. Back-to-back plates. Remember that? Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was a good one, dude. Where I think I have that. Let me find that one. That was hilarious, dude. Trump's gonna eat so much, dude. Dude. What the fuck was that? Like, Republicans are so fucking stupid. What like they do the exact same thing as libs, dude. They do.
Oh yeah, dude.
Exact same thing.
Yeah.
Stand politicians and so here we go. Got it. So this is from I forget how to say this guy's name, but he's a total like conservative cuck for sure. Jack Posobiec or whatever his name is.
Oh yeah,
from OANN, that guy. This is a direct quote from medical official to OANN. He's been eating like a madman today. Back-to-back plates. Energy way up. Like he's back to just fucking smashing food, dude. Like hometown buffet, dude.
What
like,
was the food though? What does he eat?
Just absolute garbage, dude.
Yeah,
like he was probably like doing like hometown buffet. Fucking like he probably
Respect.
just like
Respect.
yeah, I mean it's happened, but it's garbage. And and so yeah, that's what's funny to me is like Trump's sign of health is that he's like back-to-back plates, just like which you know, I guess that's true, right? You probably don't eat
yeah. What I was gonna say. Fuck. Oh yeah, I think today. Oh, pardon me. I've been yawning the last couple episodes. Damn, I don't know.
Hey man,
yeah,
it happens.
It's bad timing. It's not the fucking conversation.
It's not the content, folks. Please stop. Please don't press that. Please don't press that button.
Shit. No, it's today was the first day I thought that Trump threw the like he's not going to get reelected.
Why?
Because he crashed the market. He fucking he said he's not going to work with. He said to stop negotiating stimulus. He's basically said we're not going to do another stimulus.
No, he just came out with a news tweet.
Wait,
he came out with like a new
hold
tweet.
Up.
Yeah,
but regardless, he said something earlier today, and like the whole market tanked like 3%, like hella. You know, it was like it just dropped off a cliff, basically.
Yeah. So no, you're right. So I did see that today, but like I saw that like he dropped like a new quote that was kind of. Let me see, where is it? Oh, here we go. So this is from Donald J. Trump verified Twitter account. If you don't follow him, check him out. And so he says, if I am sent a standalone bill for stimulus checks for $1,200, they will go out to our great people immediately. I'm ready to sign now. Are you listening, Nancy? And then he just started showering ats. After that. So I'm just saying.
No, but I think earlier today he said it's like it's done. It's like he's basically threw like a fit and was like, I'm over it. You know, you guys fucked it. Like, yeah.
I'm just wondering if he just like wants to have credit for it. Like, I think he wants to.
Oh, for sure.
But like, where he's
sure.
like, but it's me. That's like, this is me, my idea.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I think that's what's gonna happen. So I think that's why he did this. I think. Yeah. I think they're gonna do it. I mean, 1,200 sucks. Like, I'm sorry. Like, it's like a stupid thing. I don't know why people really.
Yeah, like like France is getting like $5,000 a month just off top, dude. It's just fucking
France. Dude. All they have is fucking French fries.
Yeah.
And exactly. And but yeah, like I don't know. I was wondering, like, how bad do you think he had it? What do you think his worst night of COVID was? Like, what do you think? Like, do you think what are the symptoms you think?
Yeah, I think he just had like a shitty flu, you know, just like
bad fever, maybe.
Mm-hmm. And they put him on some crazy ass drugs. I wonder, the vitamin D study is crazy. They came out with another one that was like basically like a you know, a 98% success rate, you know, of, you know, compared to the control. And like I wonder if they put it. But everything is so like, I feel like when you're president, you like, even if you get the coolest shit, it's still such a normie ass job that you can't do anything cool, like take vitamin D, like the most basic thing like that, you know? And so I wonder, like they like stop you from doing it, you know? But I don't know, dude. Who the fuck knows? But
he gets, I mean, he golfs a lot, so.
Golfs a lot.
It would be
that hospital, bro. What the fuck was that about?
I don't even know if that was real, but it was. I was going with it. It looked sick. It looked like some like Eyes Wide Shut kind of shit. Like it was like, what the hell is going on here? Like, is this really a hospital? And
it's just crazy how like if you're president, everything you do is just the dopest shit. You know, like you have the craziest room. It looks like a fucking like Victorian living room from like 1880. You know, it's like but it's a hospital bed.
But what you were saying about the about like what the takes were, it was either like good, I hope he dies, or like well, we shouldn't wish death on him. You know, like that kind of thing. Like with
it's because libs have compassion,
which is fine. I don't mind.
To be better.
I don't mind when people have that take. Like, we shouldn't wish death on anybody. That's a good way to go about life. You know what I mean? But these people are fucking deranged. Make a career of being deranged about him.
Totally.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I find it weird.
And they're the same that like fucking like Bernie had a heart attack. You know, they're just like
he can't be president. Exactly. Or things like that. Charlotte Clymer had one. Did you see her tweet? Like, we need to stand and pray. I'm actually blocked by her after that folks thread that I did.
I got me both, you and me.
Yeah, that was within. Climbed off of that follow list, but so she had said like, we need to pray for the president, like, pray for, and then like about 3 months ago, somebody put up an old tweet, or she was like, "We sending strong vibes to Melania and Donald Trump, like regardless of our differences, we can't have the president die." And then the other tweet from like 3 months ago was like, "Georgia sees new spike in rates after opening the country," and she's like, "Sips tea." Like,
yeah, dude. Yeah.
Like,
oh my god.
Just regular
man.
people just dying. It's all good.
Dude. It's insane, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah,
dude. Who has worse stakes than her, man? Like she's constantly dragged. Like I would delete. Like I would just like I'm off Twitter now. You know, I make like a minor error and I'm like up at night. Like, oh god, like is this gonna come back to haunt me?
You know, when you fire off like a really lame tweet, you're just like, what am I doing?
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
why do I even have this hat? Why do I have a smartphone?
Yeah, totally.
And
no, but dude, people live for that shit, man. And but yeah, she is wild, dude. Yeah.
What about this guy? This guy's, you know, Movie Bob.
Oh, I think so. Yeah.
He goes pretty hard too. Donald Trump stole my summer, my Halloween, my ability to enjoy life itself for 4 years, and people who would later help him steal the presidency in the first place ruined my professional life and put me in a debt hole. I'm still only barely back from years, and then fuck with the asterisk. Them all, like it's,
nothing of that tweet is true, dude. Like nothing.
He stole my summer.
He didn't even steal the president. He fucking won the electoral college. Like I'm sorry, dude. Like,
and those exact same people put him out of a job. Like this guy, they're like, well,
Bush stole it. Dude.
We put
Bush
Trump in.
It.
Let's
like,
they're like, we put Trump in. Let's go after Movie Bob. Like that's the next.
Yeah.
That's the next.
I can't stand the.
That's PEMDAS. That's the M and the D in PEMDAS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't stand the only blame Trump fools. Dude.
It's so funny, man.
It's so dumb. And just given the whole like what Cuomo did and everything else, everyone else did, and like, I don't know, man. What do you think of the stat? Like the whole 4% of the world's population, but 25% of the cases or of the deaths. You know.
I mean, it sounds dumb to me, but I'm honestly not a numbers guy, so I'm an eye test. I watch film. Okay.
Just like you're telling me China, the place where it originated, has less, like it just doesn't make sense to me. I'm sorry, dude.
Notably small country, China.
It's like, come on, dude. It's like, I don't know, man. It's just there's something weird with this whole thing. And the thing is, it's like 9/11. We're never gonna know what the truth is, you know. And no one's ever gonna agree, you know.
Yeah.
Like even if tomorrow, if like literally like proof came out that like Building 7 was like imploded by like Donald Rumsfeld with like a button, 30% of people would believe it. You know,
like
even
Russia, if like that's a Russian leak.
Exactly, news. Dude. Yeah. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I just don't. Yeah, it's confusing, man. Yeah.
I went down a just because I think this election is kind of like Ronald Reagan versus versus George Bush.
Yeah,
that's what this election is.
Yeah.
So it's I was
extremely lame in every way.
Which both right wing, by the way. That was kind of the point of that. But like George Bush, I forgot some of the bangers George Bush had, dude. Like he because he didn't even have dementia. He was just like, nope, this is like retard George Bush, like prime tard Bush, like like this one, dude. I got a fucking good one. I forgot about this one. They used to do this on the Daily Show all the time.
Too many good docs are getting out of business. Too many OBGYNs aren't able to practice their love with women all across this country.
Yes.
Bro, dude.
Too many. I love that that's the first job. Like, I don't remember the OBGYN job shortage. I don't remember that.
I like that guy in the background, like,
he's got his little, like, vag spreading tools. He's like, in the background.
God, dude.
He's like, what the fuck? He was all in on John Kerry until then. That was that guy. But but Biden kind of is like George Bush, though. It's like, well, one, they worked hand in hand in the Iraq War, basically. So it's like there's more of a common thread, like, actually. But I just think they're kind of the same person. And then Trump is Ronald Reagan to me.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
How? What? Tell me where it's not. Like, you know what I mean? Guy from a normally
TV.
liberal, guy from a normally liberal kind of area, right? Reagan's was a Hollywood guy, and
used to be a fucking liberal himself.
Actor.
Yeah, actor.
The guy
TV.
played Newt Rockney, the Notre Dame coach. In the movie.
Yeah.
And then Trump, TV, you know, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Now Reagan actually kind of did go more of a political route, like he was governor, right, and stuff like that. So it wasn't like the total like, whoa, this guy's president, like. So it wasn't like that, but I don't know. I think Trump is Reagan. Like, he's gonna do just Reaganomics. That's like what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
and it is happening. But the problem is
George
Bush.
Arguably, Reagan was much more strategically evil, I would say.
Sure. No, and like
Reagan had like a plan. He was like gunning for some shit.
And Trump is like dumber than Reagan for sure. It's not a direct one. I just mean like the lineage of it. You're just basically voting for like the TV star guy that, like, again, is probably the only candidate in this presidential race that actually has the passionate following. Like, Biden doesn't have a passionate following. They just hate Trump. So you could even add that to Trump's passionate following is the people that hate him. So it's really all Trump centric this election. So and that's why like a lot of people like and Reagan was actually more popular in the 80s than Trump is now. Like, I would say I actually think like people like fucked with Reagan in the
Reagan's
80s.
map, dude. His electoral map slaps,
dude. Who did he beat? Was it not Dan Quinn? Who was it in the?
What's his name? Like Walter?
Yeah, no, he got crushed in his home state, dude, by Reagan. Like Reagan just like.
It's not. What's his? Am I thinking of Walter Mondale? Is that the right?
That might have been. Or was that? But I think he lost to Bush. I think Mondale lost to Bush. Yeah, we're educated, as you can tell.
Yeah,
but
I don't know.
This was Chapo. They'd be like, actually, it was the state senate
legislature.
And
this is not. Yeah, we're the dipshit political fucking commentaries, dude. It's like,
I know.
Never gonna change.
I've had like a couple comments where they're like, "You guys are so smart." I was like, "Which episode did you listen to?" I mean, I'm surprised that after any of them you'd say that, but I don't know what that says about you. But it's crazy. But lastly, like one topic I wanted to get on before we get out of here is this Jacobin article that came out. So I just
Jacobin or Jacobin? I've heard both.
I say Jacobin because it's like jack off men. But like it's that's what in my head where that goes to.
Of course.
Naturally, right?
Yeah.
So I say that, but Jacobin?
Yeah.
That sounds like a kid with like 10 allergies at
I call
a daycare center.
Crack vape pen, dude. That's my favorite.
Yeah. And I ever tell you when I worked at the Cannabis Club, this guy came in and he was like, dude, I fucking have to get a new dab rig because his mom was dabbing fucking like crystal off of his dab rig. And he's like, I'm not trying, like, dude, there might just be like meth residue on there.
Yeah.
He's also
like, that doesn't.
He's like trying to think, like, he's like, hey, did you know any like scientists, man? He was like asking. Like, this is a normal Cannabis Club transaction. Yeah.
Dude, I
start bringing up my phone. I start bringing up my phone. Yeah, you ready for the number yet?
What answer could you possibly be given, dude? Like,
I know. He was like, yeah. No, I was like, here we go. I got a actual addiction science research guy. He's also could detect how long meth stays on a quartz nail. No, I don't know why that made me laugh so hard. But anyways, because you said crack vape pen. But anyways, let's say it's Jacobin. Like I said, it sounds like a kid with 10 different allergies at a daycare center. Like, and to be nice to Jacobin, we don't, but not too nice. We don't want him to come over. And so their thing is they came out with an article and it says trying to fire workers. What's going on? You all right? But that was a good one. Trying to get workers fired is the wrong way to fight racism, right? So like, okay, if you are like a lib, like an idpol lib, that's like, this is like, oh, we have Nazis on the left. Like, if that's your take, right? That actually like kind of is my take though. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, And then right, I'm not even gonna get into the
Look
article.
at that pic, dude. Like that guy's the coder, bro, is like a fucking Nazi, dude.
He's like, this is what I pay for in Pakistan. What the fuck? Like,
yeah, dude. Yeah,
he's doing that in the thing.
Yeah.
He's just he's like, these Pakistani people were supposed to have all this shit written by this morning. Fuck.
Yeah.
And then he starts firing off just all types of convenience store jokes
yeah.
and stuff like that. But so this lady, Lisa Harney, she's the star of this thread. She says, firing racists is good practice. Right then and there, you should be blocked on the spot for saying something like that. But they make the workplace hostile to BIPOC workers who I remind you exist in the real world. We all forgot that they did.
Yeah.
So that's her concept. So she was in the thread. I actually just her thing in the thread. So everyone was going off on her like, praxis, who's fired or not is the purview of the managers and the capitalists. So your praxis is that of the managers of the capitalists, right? So like basically he's saying like you're basically just doing the managerial and the work of capital for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cycling out workers, making sure everyone's in poverty.
Yeah.
You're outing yourself as a fucking bourgeois. And she says, I said firing racists is good, and this is what I got. I live below the poverty line. But saying racism shouldn't be in the workplace makes me a capitalist. Leftists like this make everything worse.
No, they don't make you a capitalist. They make you a functioning.
A shill, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you're a fucking dork.
So many white
like the same
praxis of evil, dude. That's
he probably
line,
uses
dude.
the term bootlicker for every single person, you know what I mean, that disagrees with her, but that is like a bootlicking take. I've said it, I've shared it on this podcast. I was in a union kind of organization thing at a big tech company for a bunch of at-will contract workers, and they used race and we weren't saying racist shit. This was just like shit that happens, like, you know what I mean? They're like, you said this shit, you were homophobic. It didn't even hold up in court, but they stretched it out so long that it didn't matter. That was enough to get it to an appeal trial, is that we were racist. All it has to be is an accusation. So no, there was a couple responses in here. Oh yeah. So this guy's cool. I like this guy. Drunk driving for Joe, Uncle Doomer. I like this guy's a good poster. So he was saying basically like siding with bosses over a fired worker makes you a traitor and a collaborator. When the bosses decide what is and isn't fireable, who is and isn't racist literally just lines up with who is and isn't a threat to the bottom line, i.e. another tool for union busting. CIA head ass.
Yeah.
I mean, banger right there. You know what I mean? And then she just comes back with, a lot of racists are more afraid of losing jobs than not being racist, it seems. You think? Like, it literally is. Yes.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Dude, yeah.
A lot of racists are more afraid of losing jobs than not being racist, it seems.
And let's
like,
be real, dude. It's like,
I love that.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And I love our circle of fucking degenerate Twitter, whatever. Like Sean McCarthy was like, oh yeah, sure. I'm sure the CEO is going to get fired for like killing brown people with toxic waste, right? I'm sure he won't be protected.
And is that a little whataboutism? Sure, but all I'm saying is like,
not. It's not though, dude. It's not. It's like, well, like he's a worker, right? I mean, he's like he's literally part of the company, but he's in a position of power and he's protected. He could literally. You know, it's like literally someone's gonna get offended for. Yeah, I'm not saying there isn't racism in the workplace where people are made to feel extremely threatened and uncomfortable. Like, honestly, why are we even having this conversation? Like, isn't that like a fireable offense already? Making other people feel unsafe and shit. You know, like you know, like what's the difference in this? You know what I mean? What's the?
Well, and the problem is, dude, is like I've like again. The lower you go as far as like class of jobs, right? And I don't mean that to shame because I worked those jobs.
Yeah. Like, hold on, really quick though. Look at this bio. A rare they she, dude. We got a they she.
We got a they she. Folks, we have a they she.
How does? Yeah, I don't get how that works. But anyway,
no, I'll DM her. She seems nice. But anyways, that says I just liked it after that guy, right? Uncle Doomer says like a really good thing about you. This is Union Buster. Also, she says her little racist bit, and this guy goes, "This man just wants to say the N-word at his job with no consequences." Yes, that's what he said, and that's
yeah.
Like, and she goes, "Ha, indeed."
This is what they do. They do these little gotchas, man, where they
and they don't have to be true. That's the problem. They don't have to be true. Everyone could just be like, "I have to agree with this, or else I'm him."
Or else I want to say that. At work, man. It's like,
okay, literally, I worked with a guy who yelled the N-word at work. Like, no joke.
Hard or soft?
I think
on the cusp. Was
so
it cusp?
he would normally go soft.
Yeah.
And then one day he took a blue chew and went hard. Like he he dropped it. And mind you, this warehouse we worked in was in East Palo Alto.
Oh shit!
It was very much of the community of East Palo Alto, Samoan, Tongan, Black, all that stuff.
Yeah.
It got handled.
Yeah.
The guy didn't lose his job. He never even as much as even said African American anymore.
Yeah.
Like it got handled. And I'm not like so. I'm not saying. Look, there's certain jobs where people aren't gonna do.
Yeah, and there's a blue versus white collar and like tech, like desk job versus Yeah.
And if you want the guy fired, that's fine. I'm just saying, like, you should. I get what they're saying. Like, you should not allow. This doesn't mean you want racism in the workplace. It is a fireable offense. It's just like. Yeah, it's controversial speech can sometimes get skewed with racism. I don't believe that certain words get to that, but that can be lumped together is what I mean. And controversial speech could be pro-union speech. So like things like that where they could just be like, that's controversial speech that we associate with racism, even though it's not. So I understand the slippery.
Well, they're always going to flip it. Remember when they were trying to like gaslight Bernie and in Nevada for being like, you're actually anti-Mexican because of these random these random like hodgepodge collection of Latino women we found like don't want your policy. You remember that weird like fucking thing? And like everyone else was like, no, he won by like fucking 80%. You know, you know what I mean?
They work because they work. Like I mean, exactly. Like I'm saying, like they work. They're workers, and they work the jobs that Bernie was talking about. And he's just like, look, they're like, look, it's smart people. Yeah. Like I mean, you know what I mean? Like it's what
it's just also, again, like you and I aren't defending racist shit. We're just saying like most, and let's just.
I have a Jimi Hendrix poster. I'm not racist.
Yeah, come on. Yeah. He was part Native American. Did you know? Yeah.
I didn't, but thank you. And I listened to my woke friend about Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah, but no, like what I'm saying, like most people, like you said, it got handled. Like most people in interaction, most working class people, kind of like they just. I'm not defending it, saying it's good. We do need to figure this out, right? And like. Get rid of this tendency of racism in our species or whatever.
Sure.
But most people, like their coworkers, they're just kind of like, okay, you know what I mean? They're just like, this is dumb, you know.
Like, can I get on second shift? I don't want to work with fucking Anthony.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah. That's like what it is. They're like,
at least most blue collar types, you know what I mean? Yeah.
And that's
exactly.
and then that's all I can speak on. Like, that's the only kind of jobs I've worked.
Yeah.
So like, and I'm not. That's not even like bro, I do blue collar work. It's just that is what it is.
Yeah.
But like.
No,
exactly.
Dude,
I get it. And like the more white collar, like, you know, fucking techie like industry, sure. You know what I mean? Like if you have some like weird racist bro there, like handle it, I guess. You know what I mean? Get it? Because they're not gonna handle it in the way that this situation got handled, obviously. But
what do you think about the fucking was it Glen Gary Greenwald or the fucking that parody account or whatever that
I don't even think it's a parody. He's just
but just the name is parody. The name,
quadruple G. Yeah.
Was he saying that like he's like saying like in response to that article, he was saying like he's like, is it just me or do I feel like most other places in the world are like far more racist than us? Like in terms, he was talking about like Asian on Asian racism is crazy, you know. So is that fair game in this? Like Japanese people shitting on Koreans.
Yeah, and you have to draw.
And
normally when companies do make policy changes, they don't just like they do like a huge umbrella policy change.
Yeah. How would you enforce? Who would enforce it? Yeah. That's always what it boils down to.
You know what they would bring in is like the racist, like
like
the
guy like the Robin DiAngelo thing, right?
Like a third party racist, like you know how they have body language experts, like it'd be like that type of person for racism. Like would they be like, like was that in a joke form?
And firing, it's like okay, like hate crimes and like the N-word and shit like that for sure. Like, like, hey, we got to let you go. You know, that's a little, like, but like, is there anything to be said for like teaching people being like, hey, this made someone feel uncomfortable. Like maybe we could figure it, is that just not a thing on the left anymore? Where like literally some people need to be burned at the stake and other people need to be like, no rehabilitation isn't possible. You know?
It's basically, and I hate it.
The left has this weird thing where like they believe and I for one kind of agree that like we that prisons are largely unnecessary and stuff, but they have this like fantasy idea that like everyone in prison can be rehabilitated and we don't need them at all and all this shit. But somehow, like, anyone that says like an off-color joke in the office is like totally irredeemable, and like
because I'm saying that
you
is
know,
literally the offense. That like most of the
Yeah.
time, and I'm only speaking from my own perspective, so maybe I'm
Yeah.
wrong. But other than like some isolated incidents, most of the time it's just like a joke that like you told on the wrong shift.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like you told it, and like, oh my God, we were being audited by corporate that day. You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. And
Or what's with all these like the professors making like the dumb like, oh, you're from Wuhan, let me get my mask then, and like that guy that got fired like for a Zoom call. It was a Zoom class.
I remember that one. And
dude, the kids
or there was the lady,
these
the
days
girl who called
getting
out
fired,
of Zoom
dude.
class because she had COVID or something. Like she emailed, and he's like, I don't give a shit about this fucking China virus. He like emailed her.
Dude,
I know. I was like, holy shit, dude.
Yeah.
By the way, I saw one, and this is super off topic, but I saw one where it was so fucked up. It was like this person said, and I feel bad even saying this. I saw it so long ago, but this lady was like, my mom just breathed her last breath from COVID, and it was really sad. But then like the second half of her tweet was like, I hate Donald Trump, that racist piece of shit. It's like, that's what's going through your mind right now? Like,
dude.
Dude. Yeah. So I saw that one, and I was like, this is a weird tweet. I'm sorry. Maybe this is, people deal with shit the way they do.
Weird ways.
I can't. I mean, I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
But then this like super like typical like Kaepernick reply guy, like MAGA guy, like the lenses with the strap, like the glasses with the strap, like tank top gym video. He goes in, he goes, wow, I'm so sorry you lost your mother. What China has done to you and your family.
Oh my God.
This Chinese virus and what China has done to your family, they must pay dearly for.
The country. It's like the fucking,
just nuke ASAP.
Yeah, dude.
Like, and no, I just,
that's the thing, they do it too, dude. They do the same. Yeah, they do it.
Dude,
worse.
but it's just replying to someone who just lost.
No,
dude.
Like,
just saying that, like she's gonna go, you're right, it is China. But anyway,
I got into a thing with like over some COVID numbers or whatever, and someone was like, someone was trying to get like this took my grandma's life, and blah blah blah, and I was like, should have been counted as a COVID death, was it, blah blah blah, and I was like, I don't know what, I was seriously like I'm sorry about your grandma, like, but I was like, was it, like, that's what I'm talking about.
That's a
like,
fallacy,
what are the numbers
too. You're not supposed to bring like one isolated personal incident. Like,
no, well then they posted a screenshot of like the news article of like her obituary,
Yeah.
And again, I was like, I said like I'm sorry about your grandma like
sucks.
4 times. I'm like, I'm sorry, but then like, bro, she was like 96. And I'm like, oh, like
they got windows with that number.
I'm like, yeah, dude. I'm like, I'm not saying that makes it like not, dude, bro. Death is a normal part of life, dude. Like, it's like, and I would, if our country wasn't so obsessively unhealthy and like literally doing everything in our power to like shorten our lives at every moment, like smoking and drinking
or prolong the lifespan at the shittiest quality.
Exactly.
Dude, that's
exactly,
really what they do, because the life expectancy goes up, but you're a diabetic by 33. Like,
like if we gave a fuck on every other aspect of society more, but we don't, dude. It's like, at all. We fucking. So it's just, it's like a fear thing, And again, I'm sorry for that dude's grandma, but it's like, did you see Trump? Did you see Trump on his video when he came out of the hospital? He's like, this coronavirus or whatever you want to call it is.
He's like, still like, it ain't shit. He's doing like a Morse code, like blink with his eye. It's not shit.
Yeah. He said, don't let this rule your life, bro. He's like,
dude. Here's
which
the
is
cool part
fucked
about
up
that.
for the people that.
Okay, that's fucked up. Yeah, and they lost. Here's the thing, dude. I've literally heard that take from the old person I'm supposed to protect. Like, I've heard old people say that. They're like, hey, do not lose your job trying to make sure I don't get COVID. Like I've heard, dude, it's real shit, dude. I'm just saying, they're like, dude, I've seen a depression.
Too late for that, dude. Too late for that, dude. It's it's weird.
I got fired the other day, asshole. Cough, cough. Yeah, and but the Anyways, I'm sorry. Back to the Jacobin. I don't know, man.
Crack vape pen, dude.
Yeah, exactly. So we were.
No, dude. This is a. But this Jacobin, it is the issue right now of it's literally like the thing, like what are we, which path are we gonna go? Are we gonna go down this dumb PMC class bullshit, or like are we gonna like exactly.
But no, but the fallacies and like just the hyperbole they say, it's like, well, maybe some of us don't want to work with neo-Nazis. It's like, dude, he's not doing, these aren't incidents where people are doing Zig Heil like earnestly, like I could see somebody ironically doing Sick Heil and that going wrong. Trust me, it's happened at a workplace. I get it, but I'm saying like when people do it, like you're talking about an actual like ethnic cleansing advocate guy doing like a gesture, like that's not what that is, and you're weakening the word Nazi like by saying it. Like
totally.
The right wing is right about PC culture. I'm sorry, they are. It's 1000% right.
Glenn Greenwald.
Not Glenn Gary. Yeah.
No, the real link to an article by some woman, I forget her name, but she's like super leftist, right? I think so. And she basically wrote this article and she got trashed for it. Or I think I might be misconstruing this or whatever, but she wrote a thing being like yo, like the Proud Boys, they're dumb as fuck. Basically, she said like they're dumb as fuck, but they're not white supremacist Nazis. Like they're not. Their leader is like a Afro-Cuban dude. They're like they have mixed race families and shit. Like at what point
isn't Gavin McInnes married to some like Native American chick?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think he is.
Like, so it's like at what point is it not white? Like you know what I mean? Like what's the like these? It's the left sucks with defining their terms. You know, just like the right with like socialism and Marxism and stuff, dude.
I mean, it's just if you partake in any part of that culture war, man, I just can't.
It's
I can't get with you.
But but the whole So anyway, I was but like, what's the deal, dude? Are we gonna fucking? I love the I always we always bring up Fred Hampton and I got into so there's always these Fred Hampton understanders where they like pop off and they're like, and so I was like, I brought him up. I was like in one of those threads and I was just like, yo, here's an example of like where like they kind of saw past this shit and the guy was like actually Fred Hampton and the Black Panthers made them denounce racism before they joined. It's like, oh sure, cool. Dude, sure, yeah. It's like, and it's like, I'm sure they said that in good faith. Like they're like, oh yeah, we'll stop being racist. You know what I mean? There's yeah. And that's not even
brother,
that's not even the and that's not even the point. The point is that that collab would never happen today because it never. You know what I mean? Because it would just be
it's too polarizing now. It's
polarizing.
Like and like I said, did they have social media back in the day, Fred Hampton? No, where like you know what I mean, everybody had everyone's basically could have access to everyone's opinion on every single thing, and a bunch of people being mad at one time could actually like change some stupid aesthetic of something, you know what I mean? And so you don't have that anymore. And look, it might have helped Fred Hampton back then because I don't think it would have been as easy for the CIA to murder him. So, maybe that would have helped him back then. But I'm just saying, I don't know. It's nuts, dude. Like we're going down this path where like it is just becoming like almost like Hollywood, where like people's SJW shit comes from like upper class shit, man. Like where it's just like where they're thinking about like $250,000 jobs, like the interactions they happen. But it's like, dude, I've been on a construction site where I've seen people go back and forth telling racist jokes to each other, and I'm not saying this is correct, but they've established that that's correct with each other. Like they've said that's fine, you know what I mean? And they do that.
And
if somebody walks by and hears that, right? And look, you got to be what you say on a job site that you're that's at your own risk. I totally understand a company being like, hey, I don't want that being said on my job site, but I'm saying like that's not a fucking neo-Nazi. You know what I mean? Like that's it's weird.
And the thing, the PMC thing is just so it skips over that whole. There is a kind of like social cohesion where people figure shit out on their own, and there's like a different set of rules and everything, and then versus like that. The whole fucking. The PMC thing is just so wild how fucking how sanitized it is, and how just like I said, I can never be part of that world.
No,
regardless of that's the thing, and that's the bummer with like our today's society. And you have to, if you're smart and you want to make, and you just like, who doesn't want to make $250K a year? Like everyone does. I don't care what anyone says. You know what I mean? Everyone, if you show money in their face like that, they have something they would want to spend or save it for on. You know what I mean? And even if it's just giving it to their family or charity or something,
Sure.
And but the thing is, if you have to like be part of that world to do that, or you have to do something else, become an entrepreneur or hustle or or whatever, or become a baller blue collar worker, right? And but it's like it's something I could never do, and just because of that, because I know I'd go. I've worked a couple office jobs before, and it's like I would like gouge my eyes out with a fucking rusty spoon, bro. It's like, that's the vibe. Yeah.
Rough scene.
Totally.
Yeah, I've had like I've actually never had an office job. I've only worked like on my feet and stuff like that. And I don't ever want to. And like there's days like you pay for it a little bit, like you're fucking hurting, man. You're like, damn, it sucks. But I'm like, yeah, but I got to like have hilarious conversations all day.
Oh, yeah.
I mean? Like just talk to like real salts of the earth people. I guess I'm one of them, right? Because I'm there, you know. And it's good. And like sometimes those conversations happen. I'm not going to sit here and say that you don't hear off color jokes, stuff that I don't even feel comfortable saying on here. You know what I mean? And that's fine.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, is it fine? Depends on who hears it, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, and that's a weird way to put it. And that's like somebody trying to justify racism, I guess. Right. Cause like, I don't think I am. I think it's just like, look, man, certain people establish certain ways. It would really have for me to be like, you should be fired because of racism. It should really be on the clock, punched in. You dropped like a real racial slur on somebody. You know what I mean? And in context, in the context was like, yo, this is what like happened. And like, you know, and it doesn't have to be that crazy. No, but I'm saying there's a lot of this shit stems from like jokes, you know what I mean? And stuff like that. That's what a lot of this shit stems from. And that's why these leftists are so mad, because they hate the fucking jokes on Twitter about shit like this.
Yeah. And what's the deal with like, you know, like healthcare and UBI and shit? Are we going to give that to racists?
We're doing that meme, the sick healthcare, please. Healthcare, please. That guy, that meme where the guy's all fucking wrinkled. And that's like what that is.
Yeah. But I mean, are we going to means test? Are we going to SJW means test?
Well, here's a perfect one.
Programs
I think here's the perfect one I got right. We'll end on this one. This is perfect. This is from, I guess, the queen of the left, right? AOC. So Ayanna Pressley, she starts by saying, Donald Trump has earned the scathing critiques of his rhetoric, policies, corrupt administration, disgraceful debate performance. However, given the many descriptors at your disposal, I appeal to analysts not to say things like he's on drugs, forgot his meds, clearly has ADHD. So she's already saying like, here's how you can't make fun of the president.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I've called him way worse than that, Ayanna. And AOC says, listen to Ayanna Pressley. The president is many awful things, but when people use diagnoses and treatments such as ADHD as insults, they aren't insulting 45 as much as they're hurting the millions of people living with these conditions. Ask your doctor today about AOC. No, but like it's crazy. Like, what the so
what's like, that first response down there? Hang on, the fucking.
Oh, this is a follower. Yeah, I fuck with House of Light. I have ADHD. I literally could not give less of a flying fuck. It doesn't hurt me in the slightest. Which
dude, they're both such libs. These two.
It's terrible.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, posting menace with the banger now. Yeah, that's. Anyways, like,
I love that.
It's hilarious. But
dude, the post left, quote unquote, posting Trump gifts and is the best, dude. Right. It's I've graduated to it.
He crushes on Menace is the best one, dude. But he has the one where Trump's face is on LeBron and he's doing the pounding movement, like fire.
Oh yeah, the lightning.
Let's go.
Dude. These are gonna be with us for decades.
Oh, dude, it's Bush. It's just like I didn't say he was Bush, but he's got that kind of legacy, even more so. Honestly, if we had social media during Bush, like it would have been nuts. Yeah. But yeah, I think that's good for me. Fuck, I'm tired, man. Yeah. But that's it. Let's get your boy, Mr. Latham on. Hopefully we can get that out by next week. If not, that's fine. COVID is going to be here for a while, apparently. So,
well, Fauci says it.
And my Fauci says.
Did you see, bro? Fucking sorry, I'm not saying. Fat Joe interviewed Dr. Fauci. Fat Joe,
dude, he's been interviewing like he's been interviewing like sports players too, where he's like, so what are you going to do in the offseason? Are you going to sign with such and such? And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking to Fat Joe about this?
Yeah,
it reminds me of like Dave Chappelle, like, where's Jaw? It's like,
yeah,
that kind of thing. Like, where's Jaw? It's like Fat Joe, dude. It's like how Shams Charina, the NBA insider who leaks like all the trades in the NBA before they happen and stuff.
Yeah,
he was the one who broke the Trump news about having COVID. It was him. It was like the
Love
NBA insider guy, and he was just like,
Love
per my sources, Trump is, and he's like a 25-year-old like social media bro who just like got a job getting scoops from like NBA agents and stuff. And he was like, yeah, Trump and the first lady test positive for coronavirus. Everyone's like, Shams has this, dude.
That's rad.
I know, and fucking Keith Olbermann is just throwing his notebook like, fuck, like
yeah,
and guys like that.
Yeah.
But
Love it.
nonetheless, follow us. We are. I'll put our Twitters below us. I'm at Glen Rockney. He's at Crypto Sci. Follow at Rare Candy Pod 1 on Twitter, and yeah, that's it, man. We'll get this up, and another episode down. We're gonna go with we'll hopefully have a guest for the next one. All right, guys.